My name's Steve Timmins, and I've been making documentaries on and off for over 30 years now. But I don't think I've ever approached a subject with as much anger and sadness as I have this one. The reason for that is that this film is about the way in which the Conservative-led coalition has been selling off our NHS, largely to foreign-owned multinational corporations that don't even pay tax in this country. So about a year ago, a group of local people in Bristol, we got together and we started to see how we could fight back. First of all, by putting out information to local people to tell them what was happening, because so little was known, because so much of the coverage by both the BBC and the national press has been so poor. But then we realised we could fight back in other ways. We've taken action, legal action, against the Bristol Clinical Commissioning Group. We've exposed the fact that the lay head of the Clinical Commissioning Group in North Somerset is also a consultant to one of the private companies which is bidding to take over her hospital. So in many ways, if you're local and you want to fight, you can actually make a difference. And that's what this film shows, and that's what this campaign has been all about.
If people don't understand that people give more of themselves because it's the NHS, because it's people, not profits, then there's no hope for Westminster, is there? If people don't get that and they don't basically understand the mentality and what motivates the people who work in the NHS.
We now have private health companies in this country that many of them are American-based, many of them are global companies, many of them are owned by private equity companies. Let's be very clear. The Tories said there will be no major top-down change, reorganisation of the NHS.
This reorganisation doesn't do what they said it would do. They said it would be about local people would be put in charge. We had a debate in Parliament where Hunt wants to take powers for himself to close on financial grounds any hospital in the country. You know, he tried it at Lewisham, and the people of Lewisham fought him, and they took him to the High Court and they beat him. But what was his response to that? Oh well, I'll just come back and change the law and do it, so I can do it anyway. The arrogance of it is unbelievable.
We have the 111 service that was introduced last year and run by Harmony. Harmony is run by Care UK. Harmony is owned by a private company. Harmony is a private company. Care UK is owned by Bridgepoint. Bridgepoint is a private equity company. A private equity company that has Lord Patton, the BBC chair, on its board. Bridgepoint European Advisory Board has Alan Milburn, a former Labour Health Secretary, on its board. And Bridgepoint own numerous other companies that provide health services. For example, Oasis Care, one of the largest dental companies in the country. And that's only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm making it very clear to you that, you know, NHS preferred provider is where I start from. That was the policy that I had. That's where I build from now. We will repeal the Health and Social Care Act as the first act of an incoming.
Well, they were just a few short extracts from some of the material that we've already shot this year. There is more and much more controversial material which will be going into the documentary, and as soon as it's complete, we'll be distributing it across the country. We're starting with a cinema showing here in Bristol. We'll be sending it to clubs and groups all over the country. And we'll be also sending DVDs to politicians and to journalists in order to show them that something that started as a small local issue in Bristol ended up having genuine national importance. But in order to do this, I do need your help. I need funds for more camera hire and for editing. And I'm asking you if you would be willing to pledge an amount of money, however small, through Fundsurfer to help me get this film finished and to get it out where we hope it can do some good. Thank you.